It's now time for World View, and let's head over to Russia, because today we're going to speak to our political commentator and Russian specialist, Danny Armstrong. So, Danny, thank you very much for joining me. Obviously here in the UK, but we're over to Russia to see. So, apparently there's something about Iran supplying Russians with weapons. Is that a true thing? Is that something that's actually happening?
Yeah, of course. It's kind of can be considered an escalation of Iran providing Russia with ballistic missiles and suicide drones. It's not something we haven't seen before. Of course, those revenge strikes by Russia for the Crimean Bridge attack were perpetrated by those Iranian drones. Zelensky said a lot of the air defense systems in Ukraine shot them down, but they did manage to kill a lot of people in civilian areas, many towns, including Kiev as well. But those ballistic missiles and suicide drones being supplied by Iran, of course, one of the big Eastern allies to Russia in quite large quantities as well.
You think they wouldn't want to get involved in that way, especially with Putin appearing to lose his popularity? Is that true now? Are more people starting to think that? We had somebody Ivan live from Russia on Friday, and he said that people, even the patriots, are starting to lose sort of favour for Putin. Is this?
Well, it's a fantastic question. It's a fantastic point, because Vladimir Putin, we have seen the kind of popular, the faith in him, those people that blindly follow him and believe he's the man to restore Russia to the status of the USSR. That belief is starting to wane, and they're starting to doubt whether he's the man to do it. He said at a summit in Astana over the weekend that it's not the time for a major strike on Ukraine. We don't know whether he's trying to buy time. He also said that what is happening in Ukraine isn't nice, and that's putting it mildly, but it's exactly what Russia would have got in a couple of months' time or later, just in worse conditions for them. Now, people do repeat that rhetoric and that justification, and they have done since the invasion. But that public opinion and that blind faith in Putin, remember, he's been in power for 22 years. It's hard not to feel invincible, but it's waning, and that aura of invincibility is just slipping just a little bit.